Welcome back to Let's Play Shuffle. It's been a while. We're starting a new route. But I want to check something first. Yeah, whatever. What would it be called exactly? Would it be this? No, but I don't think so. Probably wondering what the hell are you doing? I'm looking for some track, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that? No, don't think it's that. I'm curious now, because I found this random tab on Ultimate Guitar. I was like, randomly, just like, you know what? Let's see if they've got a shuffle tab. I doubt it, but why not? Freaking free tab showed up. I was like, holy shit, really? Of course, I only picked one. They pretty much were the same track. And I don't know what the title of the song is. I just know that I shuffle and it had like the, you know, Uriah whatever the hell. So I was like, okay, that sounds like it's from that, but one moment, I'm just gonna check the tab because it's a Guitar Pro tab, so I'll just play it randomly and then I'll come back and we'll see if I can recognize it in any of these. This is just a random thing here. A moment. Okay, let's do this again then. Okay. Vocal. It definitely didn't have a guitar solo intro though, it was straight to the point, so I don't know how the tab works. Just get to the lyrics, man. Nope, definitely not that one. Get to the lyrics already! We gotta get this out of way, you know. Nope, don't recognize it. I'm pretty sure I heard it before. Maybe it was just the anime version, I have no idea. Yes, one moment. Okay, let's see if I fail to remember this now. It sounds like that, pretty much. The vocal part, anyway. I have no idea, because the tab's in the background, but I can barely see any of it, because, you know, this is in the middle of it. But yeah, and like, I don't know why, I can't recognize it, but the guitar bit was kind of like... something like that. It's very odd. I do recognize the vocal part, though, it just didn't seem to be in that. But whatever. Let's get started. Took long enough, didn't it? Might as well on-screen this scene again, because why not?
なかなかだ。あれは75点はつけてもいいだろう。75か。厳しいですね。俺様としては
80くらいは行ってもいいと思うんですけど。
世界を狭い目で見てはいかんよ。世の中にはまだまだ美しい女性は大勢いる。あの女性に80点をつけてしまえば、その上には20点分しか残らないじゃないか。
なるほど。おじさん分かってますね。
何？君より多少長く生きているというだけのことだ。少年よ、君こそその年でこれほどの慧眼、かなりのものだ。
いや、俺様の本領はまだまだこれからですよ。バーベナ学園にその人ありと歌われたこの緑葉五木、女性を見る目に妥協なし。
He is a legend indeed, but not in a very positive way.
おお、君はバーベナ学園の生徒かね。だとすれば実に頼もしいことだ。
I wasn't supposed to voice act along, but I just thought I'd tag in, you know. It was a Sunday right before the rainy season. Both the temperature and humidity were steadily increasing. I was staring and listening to their ridiculous conversation as if I were watching a comedy show from a VIP seat. When are you going to stop that nonsense, Itsuki?
あれ、なんだ来てたんだリン。
I've been here since about 30 seconds before we were supposed to meet.
リン、友人かね。
ええ、一応は。そういや待ち合わせしてたんだっけ。すっかり忘れてたよ。
I rushed my butt off to make it here on time.
この暑いのによくまあ。少しくらい遅れたって文句言わないんだから歩いてきなよ。
I thought your motto was to be generous when the ladies are late, but savage when the guys are. In fact, when I was 3 minutes late last time, you made me buy a porn video and gave them my name.
ああ、あれつまらなかったよ。主演女優があからさまな年齢詐称。あまりにムカついたんで、週刊誌の編集部に偽名で送りつけといた。販売先の住所つけて。
You remember that I bought it under my name, right? If something happens, I'll be responsible for it.
その時には楓ちゃんに迷惑かけないようにね。
Sometimes I wonder why I'm still your friend. Good point, actually. Why are they friends? When did they become friends? How did it happen? No backstory. Itsuki Midoriba, my classmate and the worst friend imaginable. We've been friends ever since we entered the academy, but sometimes I don't understand why I became his friend. And, you could have at least, have some backstory other than that. Just, we've been friends since school and all that, but how did you meet? What happened? How the hell did you end up being friends with this guy? He likes pretty girls and he's a total player. His mere existence is a cruel joke, since this shallow flirt has the most unintelligent brain in our academy.
仲良きことは美しきから。友人は大事にせんとな。
Who's that?
いや、リンが来るまで暇だったんでナンパしてたんだけどさ、その途中で知り合った。なんかやたらと気があってね。
女性というものは我ら男種族にとって永遠の神秘。その探求を続ける同志として意気投合を果たしたというわけだ。
His clean-cut look and calm attitude told that he was a mature adult unlike us. Also, his long punky ears betrayed the fact that he wasn't human. The Devils. Ever since the door between the worlds opened 10 years ago, they'd become a common sight, frequently spotted in public, and even some of my classmates are devils. Remember when we first went through this scene, I just what the hell, man? You're just you freaking throw us into this scene randomly? That's how you're gonna start this off? It's confusing as hell. It didn't surprise me that the man in front of me was a devil. However,
魔族は珍しいかね。
he noticed that I'd been staring at him and quizzed me with a wry smile. Oh, excuse me, it's not that, but I feel like I've seen you somewhere before.
懐かしさ。
I thought I met you somewhere a long time ago, but I'm probably just mistaken. I don't know any devils your age.
リン、工藤君なら女にしようよ。
My friend stepped about 5 meters away from me, a cold expression on his face. That's not funny, dude.
それでは続きといこうか。我ら美形遺伝子の持ち主が3人も揃っているんだ。それを使わないのは自分に対する冒涜だ。
Well, I'm not really interested in picking up girls.
リン、これは興味の有無じゃないんだよ。例えば、世の中には才能ってものがある。絵の才能、文の才能、音楽の才能。こういった才能を開花させて悪いことがあるかい？
You know,
ないよね。
it's kind of funny in a way. It's just like art, writing, music, all those kind of things. And then I just think, wait, while I'm really not really good with my grammar and all that, I have wrote some kind of stories, you know, so there's writing. I draw, so that could count for art. I play music, that could also count for art as well. But music as well, I've got all three.
絵の才能を持っている人がすごい絵を描いたら褒められる。その努力を褒めてあげるべきだ。
I can't paint worth shit though.
容姿だってそれと同じ。生まれた時から持ってる一つの才能なんだ。美人になる才能を持った女性がそれを磨いて本物の美人になった。だったらそれを褒めてやるのは正しいことじゃないかい？容姿の才能を持って生まれてその才能を開花させた。男っていう種族はその努力をこういう形で褒めてあげるべき義務があるんだよ。言ってみればナンパっていうのは頑張った女性たちに対する俺様たち男からのご褒美なんだ。
You're so full of it. He was brimming with confidence. I wished I had some sort of comeback.
さあ、分かってもらえたところで行くぞ。ちょうどいい。見たまえあの女性を。容姿、スタイル、気品、そのどれもが紛れもない最高クラス。ああいった女性に声をかけないのは男として失礼に値する。
He pointed at the lady passing in front of us as if he was a fisherman who had made a big catch for the first time in ages. At that moment, Itsuki and I went pale.
おじさん待った。それはやば。
Itsuki screamed and thrust his arm towards the man in order to protect him from danger. However, he quickly pushed Itsuki's arm out of the way and seductively smiled at the girl.
美しいお嬢さん、まさかとは思うのですが、お一人ですか？
Even a cliché phrase like that can turn into fine wine when a handsome guy says it. He had the sweetest smile on his face. The way he carried himself was so smooth. Everything about him seemed perfect. He had no need for fancy words. A simple phrase was enough to pacify a lady's heart. I wonder how many women in this world can deny this guy. However...
自慢するわけじゃないんだが、綺麗なんて言葉はもう聞き飽きててね。正直なんとも思わないんだ。
He chose the wrong lady this time. You know, when it comes to like really attractive people, whether it be a guy or a girl, can you imagine them trying to compliment someone only for them to just kind of be like, yeah, whatever. You're just like, but I'm beautiful. You ungrateful piece of shit. I hate you. Just like, what? I'm busy. Piss off. You're like, Ew. I guess it's too late.
俺様は逃げるから。リン、後で合流の方向で。
I don't think so.
見つかる前に逃げてしまえば勝ちだよ。死体の見つからない殺人は事件にあらず。こいつと同じ論理だね。
I don't know what you're trying to say, but she's already staring at us.
なんと？
Itsuki raised his voice and quickly turned around. Narishiko Benibara, she was our world history instructor and homeroom teacher at Verbena Academy. The students highly respected her policies, which valued hard work and friendship. However, her serious personality could spell disaster for a free-spirited student like Itsuki. You know, how can he be like so free-spirited, such a flirt, and at the same time be incredibly smart? I don't get it. Her sharp brown eyes were totally locked onto Itsuki. Suddenly, she cast a beautiful smile as if to tempt every man around her.
まあ、ナンパ自体を責めるつもりはないが、昨日私の補習授業をサボった件に関しては、しっ かりと理由を説明してもらわんとな、緑羽。
いや、
タイヤ付きグランド50周とうさぎ跳び階段30往復、どっちが好きだ？
Game over.
せめて格調高くチェックメイトと言ってほしいね。
Miss Baybara began dragging Itsuki away. By the ear, I imagine. I suspect he'll die of muscle strain by tomorrow. Her discipline's beyond passionate.
まさかあの麗しき女性が君たちの担任だったとはな。
You know, what
申し訳ないことをした。
does she actually do anyway? That is so horrific. I don't know, maybe the anime expands on that, but I haven't seen all of the episodes. I only watched a few, and then I kind of like, well, just like one of those things. You're watching an anime, and then all of a sudden, you kind of forget about it, and then you, like, not watch the rest of it. Same thing happened with Azumanga Daioh, or whatever the hell I pronounce it as. Read the manga, though. It's just really one amusing... Like, it has panel kind of things, like, you know, various random scenes going on throughout the whole thing. And there's this one that just really stuck out and amused me, and I just remember it to this day. You have the first panel, like Osaka and that tall, quiet cat kind of girl. Just like, Osaka's like looking at it, just like, your breasts. And then just like, another panel looks down, then another panel looks back up, and then the last panel... She says, very nice, all with this really, you know, default kind of happy look on her face all the time. It's just really random. Well, it's his fault for skipping the extra lesson.
君はこれからどうするのかね。
Well, my friend is off on a date, so I guess I'll just hang out and go home.
そうか。ではこれでお別れだな。あの少年にも楽しかったと伝えておいてくれ。
Sure, goodbye.
それでは一時のお別れだ。
The devil disappeared into the city as his long coat fluttered behind him. Goodbye for now? Does he mean that we're going to see each other again? I guess I should grab some milk, should skip through some scenes. Face. I'm skipping it this way because it'll go too fast otherwise. Where are you, Nerine? Your route is now, so I'm not gonna skip for any of your scenes, if possible. There we go, it's a song! It sounded as pure as a glass sculpture, both the voice and the melody were beautiful and smooth. Not that I had any great interest in music. Why don't you have any interest in music, boy? However, I couldn't help but stop. There was a mysterious power to the song which, demanded my attention. My feet naturally started moving in the direction of the music. I turned the corner in the opposite direction. Why am I voice acting in this way? Of home, and saw a small park ahead of me. Well, I don't know if I could really call it a park. It was a small space surrounded by houses, and all it had was a swing set and sandbox. I remembered playing here when I was little. However, I stopped coming once they built a big park with the foundation at the other end of the neighborhood. I always liked this park, though. The song was coming from the park. The old swing was making a squeaky noise. Don't you just hate that kind of thing where a swing is just like so old that it has a squeaky sound to it? And a girl was sitting on it. Her silky blue hair reached down to her waist. She had a skinny body and small head. She wasn't tall either, which made her long limbs stick out. She was the type of beauty who could take my breath away, just like the beautiful voice coming from her lips. A devil? She had those unique long ears, just like the two I encountered earlier. A telltale sign that she wasn't human. I could tell from her sad aura that she was a devil. What, do they all have sad auras? I set my shopping bags down and closed my eyes to listen to her voice. Which we can't hear, we can only hear the piano. My body was surrounded by her melody and I felt strange as if it was melting my inside cell by cell. You know, maybe there's more to it than just like a nice singing voice. Maybe it really has some effects. You know, after what we've seen so far, I wouldn't be surprised. It was as if the song itself exuded a living warmth. Suddenly, she stopped singing. As I opened my eyes, I saw her staring at me with embarrassment. Oh, I'm sorry, did I scare you? I bowed to her as I realized that I interrupted her singing. She seemed surprised, but she quickly smiled at me.
少し驚いてしまっただけですから気にしないでください。
Her speaking voice was as pure and beautiful as her song. My face turned red just from listening to her. I scratched my cheek and looked away from her, taking a few steps closer. You're a good singer. I was ashamed that I couldn't say anything better, but I couldn't help it. My respect towards Itsuki greatly increased at times like this.
そんなこともないですよ。私なんかよりも上手い方はもっと大勢いらっしゃいますから。
Her reply was humble. For some reason I saw sadness in her smile.
でも誰もいないと思っていたのでちょっと恥ずかしいです。
Her red eyes were almond-shaped, and her white cheeks a bit florid. Her long hair was tied with a black ribbon, and her features were as lovely as to leave me captivated. Man, I'm reading this completely wrong half the time. Every part of her fit together like a puzzle, completing her perfect look.
すみません。そろそろ戻らないといけない時間ですので失礼させていただきます。
You know, can you imagine, this is very random, but picture you're in a car randomly, you're going around town and this music's blasting from your car. Just like, oh yes, we're fancy folks, we are. Hello. I remember one time, and me and my brother and my dad were just like going to town, and my brother was messing with the radio and like put on a classic kind of channel, like actual classical music. It was very random. She quietly got off the swing with a sad face. Oh, can you imagine, like, you know, like those kind of heavy metal, kind of death metal? I'm not sure what. Or is it black metal? I don't know. You know those type that, like, have that kind of paint on their face, the all white and all, like, just like, ugh. Can you imagine that? Like, all the long hair and everything, they're just, like, in a car. They all just look like, oh my god, those guys kick our ass or some shit. Just like metal, and they're listening to this while headbanging. Oh god, that's quite an image. Oh, sorry for interrupting you.
いえ、少しでもお話できて嬉しかったですから。
Reminds me of this one video I saw, Marilyn Manson playing the Beautiful People, but like this guy like remixed it so like the vocals are pretty much kind of, I don't know if they've been altered or anything like that, but it's a live performance and they kind of look ridiculous as Marilyn Manson usually tends to look. But the funny thing is, it's a polka version. And then like, ah, and it just starts headbanging and then it's just like, it's just hilarious. Seriously, look it up, it's hilarious. She smiles softly again.
それではまたお会いできる時を楽しみにしていますね。リン様。
I'm looking forward to seeing you too. I'd like to hear your song again.
機会があれば。
She left the park with a beautiful smile. I sighed deeply as she disappeared from my view. What a day. I met so many people from different walks of life. The flirty guy I met earlier and the girl just now. I don't usually talk with devils outside the academy. I also spoke with a god girl too. I smiled to myself and realized something. Never actually told them my name, did I?
ありがとうございました。それじゃまたね、リン君。それではまたお会いできる時を楽しみにしていますね、リン様。
How come they knew my name? I looked in the direction where the devil girl went, but she was no longer there. Do they go to the academy? If they knew my name, it meant that I had introduced myself to them in the past. I doubt that I'd forget such beautiful girls like them, though. Well, if I have made their acquaintance, I guess I should take voice acting lessons. I'll see them again sometime. There was no point, get it right now, in thinking too hard about the issue. They both mentioned we'd be seeing each other again sometime. I'm sure I'll bump into them eventually. I picked up my grocery bags and left the park. Can you imagine me like voice acting? Well, not voice acting, you know, like kind of, you know, like they have audio tracks for books. Can you imagine me doing one of those and like just freaking 2 minutes into it, like, oh damn you, screwed up line, reread it, and just like, what? Is this really a professional reading of this book? No, I just thought I'd give it a shot and I'm already failing. It's almost a rainy season. A long and gloomy rainy season is coming. However, if I wait patiently, hot sunny days will arrive. But that's not good, at least the hot part of it, because lately I just like try to sleep and then wake up, it's like, it's too damn warm. It's already like freaking big change in like that, isn't it? Went from cold freaking winter and now spring's barely begun, but it's already freaking warm. It's like, damn it, I was so used to like this freaking seemingly endless winter and then all of a sudden spring comes out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, but it felt out of nowhere. Summertime was almost here. It's a season full of special hope and excitement. The magical season is getting loose.